see, it is not easy basically to pass on the emotions.
I think during COVID also, the kind of emotions that we saw in people, we've also went and surprised people who are positive with COVID.
That was really the eye-opening moment which pushed me to that day while I was on my way back home. I was silent, and with that company's co-founder, who was Rohit Nair, like until the
So I remember one surprise. They were supposed to get married. Their wedding is fixed, and then suddenly COVID came.
Again, everybody will not accept. There'll be a lot of confidentialities ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ. Why should I let this out to go?
But ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, like 15 of us. One thing that's running in my mind is, how is somebody doing this for a living?
Today's episode has been special extra for me because we're not just talking about business, we're talking more about love, chaos, rebuilding roles, identity, more of emotions, being too much of a raw conversation today. Please help me welcome the super cool couple who has been the most India's heartfelt brand, the surprise stores. Okay, help me welcome Rohit. Rohit is basically a founder of this brand. I'm going to talk more about the brand in some time. Okay, he has built in more than 35,000 surprises across India. Okay, and more surprisingly, he's built this brand without funding. Right, and I know the struggles that you have gone through, the burnouts that you've had, and now he's more about rebuilding his career as a founder, father, and a wonderful husband. So welcome to the show, Rohit. And adding the better half is the super cool Chaitra, who comes with more energy all the time, who's been a dropout in the college, never continued her education, and who was actually, thrown into an undevelopment area, who has ended up becoming the heart. I can say the soul, the voice of this brand, basically, and who was actually a woman stood by her husband. As a couple, both of you have stood to each other to build this brand. I'm going to talk more about this brand. Okay. In fact, than me talking, I want both of you to talk about the brand more. Okay. And firstly, formally, welcome to the show. And thank you so much for being a part of Midway Masters.
Thanks for having us. We're excited to have this conversation. Like I was already mentioning, very eager to sit and reflect upon what has happened in the past so many years.
absolutely.
Let's do this.
I know, more excited? Yeah. I am more surprised. I mean, excited to hear. Okay, for both of you, what is surprise?
Surprise is the effort one would want to put in to see that smile on people's face. People that I love. Action definitely speaks louder than words. So what I do to put that smile on your face on special day, on random Saturday, or right
Anytime
after
you
the
want
fight.
to express that love to someone and you just exist at that place without even telling them, that is surprise.
That's amazing. That's a beautiful definition that both of you gave in. Okay, what came in, the behind the story, the thought of starting this brand? I want you to tell me what is this brand by yourself. Okay, what was this thought behind this brand?
I can tell, like, while I was during my second year of engineering, we missed one of our best friends' birthday, and that feeling, like, got us to different thoughts. Like, he was really heartbroken that none of us even wished him. Like, and all of us friends together were like talking about things, and we eventually came up to a point that none of our friends' birthdays should be missed. We should give some sort of a surprise, because we used to, like, a couple of days back, we had surprised one of my friend's girlfriend, but we put effort for that. We didn't put effort for our friend's birthday.
Okay.
Then, like, one talk, like, ಒಂದು talk ಆಯಿತು, like, it eventually came up to a point, why should we not surprise all of our friends during our birthday? And why just our friends? I thought, why just our friends? Why not the world? Why not everyone? Because there is a need for this, and we need to do something like that. And at the same time, ನನಗೆ ಮನೇಲಿ push ಇತ್ತು. Like, you know, I joined engineering and it was expectation versus reality for me. Like, what I expected to be in college life was not there. It was just sin theta, cos theta and everything, which I couldn't pretty relate to and understand. At that time, ಮನೇಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ನಿಂಗೆ ಕಾಸು ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಓದ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಇದು ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಬ್ಯಾಚುಲರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ತೊಗೊಂಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಅಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ ದಟ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್, ವಿ ಮೇಡ್ ಅ ಲೋಗೋ. ಲೈಕ್, ಯು ನೋ, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಮೈ cousin, younger brother, with whom I started the company, who's my co-founder, who's still there in the company till now, fighting with us. We just started the company, and after day 2 or day 3, we got the first customer. And adu ನಾವು ಔಟ್ಸ್ಕರ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಚಿಲ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗ ಇತ್ತು. ಆ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಒಂದು ಡೆಕೋರೇಷನ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಡೆಕೋರೇಷನ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿ, ಮಸಾಲೆ ದೋಸೆ, ಗೋಬಿ ಮಂಚೂರಿನ ಪಾರ್ಸಲ್ ತೊಗೊಂಬಂದು, like we gave them, and but like we started it off with a prank. The entire surprise went so good, and he was really happy, the first customer. He in fact thought that we already have done this before.
Oh wow.
And he gave us the order, and he was really 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 happy by that, and he gave me the balance amount or whatever. And once after he left the place, I screamed. I literally screamed that this shit is working and this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And that's how it started.
That's so amazing, Alva. I mean, the thought, see, it is not easy basically to pass on the emotions.
Yeah.
Passing on the emotions is definitely not an issue. I have a feeling for somebody, and as a surprise, I want it to be passed to somebody else.
Exactly.
To, you know, to communicate to that
That's why we
person.
exist.
And ಅದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಎಮೋಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ಅದೇ ವೇ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಐ ಮೀನ್ ದ ಥಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಒಂಥರ ಜುಮ್ಮನತೆ, ಹಿಂಗೆ ಆ ಎಮೋಷನ್ನ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದ ಥಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್. ಸೊ ದ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಟಾಕ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೀವು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಆಸ್ ಅ ಬರ್ಡೇ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್.
Not even as a company though.
As a company.
Like a dancer, like a dance team, or like ಇವಾಗ ಬೈಕ್ ವೀಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಆ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಟೀಮ್. It was just like a team. Back then, I didn't know that we are going to run a business through it.
Yeah, he didn't expect or want for it to turn into a business.
Yeah.
And, you know,
It was my second
run
year
like
of
an
engineering.
organization.
Okay.
Just, chalo, let's have some fun. Now that we've made up our mind to plan something special for all our friends, let's also extend our hands to help few other people also.
And make some money out of it and make a brand out of it. Brand ಅಂತಾನು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವಾಗ ಅದು. Like after like 12 months, we had 14 events.
Wow, that's a good number.
Events.
In fact, that time, I always believe if you don't find your purpose will find you.
I hope it did.
Correct. I think, see, you just started off randomly just because you couldn't give a justice to your friend, but it turned out to be and also it is not easy to plan and then say, okay, ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಧೈರ್ಯ ಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎನ್ ಈಸಿ. ಇನ್ನು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ when you have that thought of starting my own thing, I build my own identity is not an easy job. Correct? Exactly. You took that courage and say, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, that was mainly because of the frustration that I had from my home.
Maybe that push actually helped you ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಾ?
Definitely.
Okay.
And my brother, my Sharat, like, because he has been the creative head of the company since forever, like since its origin. Like he is the art, he is the video editing, he is the complete
Visualizer. If it's his brainchild, it's Sharat's output.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he puts the whole brand together, be it every small little detail of the surprise, be it where a host should stand, where the decor should go, what type of cake.
What kind of posts should go on the platform.
Yeah, because today's world, if you see from the last couple of years, it is more about what we see on social media.
Exactly.
Okay, to build that brand across and spreading the news of this surprise, again, everybody will not accept. There will be a lot of confidentialities ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ. Why should I let this out to go? ಮತ್ತು ಅದು ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತಾರೋ ಏನೋ. ಆರ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ನಿಮಗೆ ಆ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಸಚ್ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯು ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಫಿಯರ್ ಯು ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಚಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಂಜರ್. ಈ ಥರ ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಕೊಡೋದು ಹೆಂಗಪ್ಪ, ಹೌ ಆರ್ ದೇ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಡು ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಎನಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್? ಹೌ ವಾಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಈ ಥರ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್. ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಯು ಗಾಟ್ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಟು ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಟು ದೆಮ್?
So initially, I think you must be talking about surprise specialist who's going to go there and host alva. When he started, the surprise specialist wasn't there, so it was still just the decor, cake,
and
balloons.
The masala dosa gobi manchuri.
Yes, it was still that. So hokta when he wanted to figure out
one of
better.
my friend she told me that ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಸ್ತಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, if there was a person
to stand there
and like run the show and keep people engaged, it would be really good. And from the next third or fourth event we tried it and the response was really great. And then we kept the host for all the experiences, but then we were calling experiences only, not packages, not birthday event and everything, but surprise experience is what we used to call. But yeah, it was host before. And then I had to shut down the company as well at one point of time. That is 2016 something. And then I was working on something else. Like, you know, when my friends back then told that, you know, idu beliyala, idu dodagala, in events ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗ 25 ಜನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿ 25 ಜನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಲಾಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಶರತ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದ್ವಿ. And then I was in a personal trauma kind of scene where I decided that let's shut this down anta. And then I started a company called a prototype anta. Like it was a tech based product where your bike is going to start only once after you wear a helmet, which had a future potential of becoming something like ether, like atara ondu. And it was just in planning
Idea
product
stage.
it was just in document stage. I started talking to investors, coders, and everything. Like there was one point where I was explaining the idea to the team of coders, like about the product and everything. And at one point, one of them, he was just scrolling his Instagram or Facebook, whatever, and he smiled all of a sudden. And he showed it to everyone, like, you know, everyone around. All of them were like, I saw the spark in them. And ನನಗೆ ತೋರಿಸೋದು ಅದೇನು ಅಂತ, ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಶಟ್ ಡೌನ್.
Okay.
Like that was the
eye-opening.
Yeah, that was really the eye-opening moment which pushed me to that day while I was on my way back home. I was silent, and with that company's co-founder who was Rohit Nair, like ಅವ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಯಾಕೋ ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಶಿಷ್ಯ, ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗೋ ಒಂದು ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ತಂದು ಅದನ್ನು ಮುಚ್ಚಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಲ್ಮೆಟ್ ಹಾಕಿಸ್ಕೋ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ನ ತೊಗೊಂಬರೋಣ ಅಂತ ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್, ವೈ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿ ನಾಟ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ರಿಯಾಲಿಟಿ? ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ then if it is possible, like if we have I think we will definitely have the money, network and experience once after we bring this up, adadmele madana. That day night I took back my book, pen and Sharath again and yeah, put back whatever learnings I had learned during that tech product. Like, you know, that is when I got to know about the term startup. I got to know Steve Jobs, entrepreneurship and everything, like, which really excited me. And yes, back adagmele
Actually, I must say, you created a magic. Okay, now I see the behind story of this magic. Right? I mean, it's not because I myself was surprised, you know, after, especially I think after the COVID, or I think you started off in the full-fledged, when I was seeing a lot of videos, it's like, I thought, wow, it just looks so good, you know. Few of the emotions I've seen, crying, you know,
Yeah.
they've gone so extreme.
Exactly.
They've
COVID
thrown out
time
those
was
emotions.
a emotional roller coaster to all of us. I think
before, during and after.
Yes. I think during COVID also, the kind of emotions that we saw in people, we've also went and surprised people who are positive with COVID, and he's quarantined. Obviously, we took our safety measures, and luckily our Bangalore City Police identified what we're doing is really needed, and people need this just like how we need
Emotional
medicine,
support.
petrol and everything.
Emotional
This
support.
emotional support, and my loved one telling me that things are going to be fine, we are going to get back together, and you're going to get well soon. That's one push
Yeah.
everybody really needed.
Can you give
We
me
were really not sure.
once, you know, example where, you know, during this COVID, okay, you visited anybody, and how was your emotions there?
So I remember one surprise. They were supposed to get married. Their wedding is fixed, and then suddenly COVID came. They were supposed to get married in 1.5-2 months, and then 21 days lockdown came. And right after that, he got tested positive with COVID. So the girl has sent a surprise through us.
How cute.
I cried that
How
day. I
cute
sobbed.
this is.
So
We
the
got
minute
the
I went
opportunity to deliver that.
there, yes, and when I'm standing there and expressing whatever she's conveyed to me, and to let him know that, you know, she's not given up on this, she's just waiting for things to get fine, and she's 100% sure that if she ever gets married, it's you. So have that strength to get well soon, because I need you in my life. And when I'm saying that, he's
Crying out of
it breaks me down to see a man cry out of love. It's the best thing to see. And I started crying, he started crying, his mom started crying. And actually, the lady called me after everything was fine. After like 7-8 months, things got fine and they were allowed to get back together and have a small intimate wedding. She called me after a wedding. She was like, Chaitra, we got married.
How cute that
Like,
is.
wow.
How good. But don't you think, you're sharing somebody's emotions, but nobody talks about what you are going through, how you are going to communicate that, right? How are you
Absolutely.
going to deliver that, right? Now, example, if you to take this example, you're sharing her emotions to somebody,
Exactly.
okay, sharing her feeling to somebody. I think you should be good enough to say you are in a right mindset. Adano I'll deliver
Yeah,
madadike.
that is how we choose our surprise
Alva?
specialists. though.
And in a way, I'm the one who's trained any of our surprise specialists ever since I've joined the team.
I can say she
And
is
one thing-
the surprise specialist. She's not
I want
a
that
surprise
talk.
specialist.
Actually, I want to touch upon that. How did she join your team?
she was
That's a
she was a
beautiful
customer.
story.
So like
Yeah.
she booked
Uh-huh.
a surprise to one of her best friend.
So even before joining Surprise Store, backstory about me, I'm somebody who's never listened to what people say, and I've always done what I want to do, what my heart wanted me to do. I wanted to dance, I danced. I wanted to join journalism because it put me in the spotlight and I will get to have an opinion. I studied journalism, and towards the end of it, I realized that just because I want to be in the spotlight, I don't want to walk into an industry that's very corrupt and maybe now TV news ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಜ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು.
ಹೌದು.
So I was like, okay, so I know what I want out of my life. Maybe I've chosen the wrong industry, and I didn't back down from changing. I was maybe in third year degree when I decided that
This is not your
for me.
purpose.
This is
Agalain
not
and
what I'm
Kylie.
made for, and I'm happy and I feel very proud that I said, okay, I don't want to do this. Let's not do this. Let's not have a degree just for the sake of having a degree. So our calculation mind al nadita iro time ali is when I had planned a surprise to my friend, and decor was beautiful, but adakkinta jaasti, we like 15 of us. One thing that's running in my mind is, how is somebody doing this for a living? There's somebody standing with us talking to us about our happy times, about where we met, about stupid things we've done during our college life which has gotten into trouble, and he's making money out of it. He's in the spotlight, he's having opinion, he's helping people share love. I'm like, if I ever do a job, it should be
This was your purpose.
and I moved on with life, and I was like, okay, what next? I decided I want to stop my education. What now? And then I saw a story of birthday engineers pay saying that they're hiring. I was like, let's
She
do this.
applied.
Let's do this.
Then I interviewed her for the first time. That
I
was
didn't
my
think
first-
twice before applying, and then I got a call. They were like, we want to meet you for an interview. I'm like, today? They're like, no. Wait. And then I was the first female recruited employee. They were all a bunch of
Only boys, is it?
they were all a
Oh,
bunch of dudes, and then
nice.
I joined and rest.
And there's the life took over from there.
And
Huh?
even during the interview, she didn't know that I was the one running the show. There was my CTO who was actually interviewing.
My first impression about this person who I'm now married to and have a child with is, yarappa, interview naditade madhyadalli bandru. He slammed the door open, he came, he sat, and he's asking me questions, and they're not even related to the job I'm applying for. I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, in my mind was, ಏನೋ irrelevant question ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಮೊದಲೇ interview late ಆಗಿ
I'm not even letting her finish the
finish my
statement.
sentences. That was my first
Full rapid fire ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ?
Yeah. I'm
But
asked
she
a question.
over delivered it, over performed it. She's the one for the company. For the company, she's the one. She's a surprise specialist. She's the host that I always wanted to have. This is going to be different from now.
Yeah, because when you say that you are at the backstage, behind the scenes, and she's been face of the organization, definitely you need somebody who can, challenge the emotions there. Because if somebody is crying, bursting out, she needs to hold on, saying "Thamba," because she can't, have those emotions carried away, or somebody is, being naughty or whatever it is. You have to ensure that the flow
Extra
goes in.
extroverted.
Which is why opposite attracted, I feel.
I want to touch upon that. Actually, Nimiprali, she started off as a team member in your company and all this. Who actually proposed? How did you both fall in love?
Hear it from her.
Because
So I
I know
made the
very well
first
it's a love marriage, right?
Yes,
Oh.
completely, totally. So I made the first move. I fell first.
Hmm.
So, and I take pride in it. I keep telling him
Me
that
too. A lot of pride.
So who actually proposed?
I did.
So you surprised him?
I was surprised though.
You were surprised,
I was
yeah.
surprised though. She didn't plan to surprise, but I was surprised though. Like, the moment she told it.
Because you are the one who surprises others, and now a surprise to both of you. So who surprised first? You surprised or she surprised you?
I did. So basically, how I fell in love is a very, very beautiful story. I've always seen men in my life who talks big game about, oh, nan women ki tumha respect kortini. If someone's troubling a woman, I'll be the first one to go fight them. But in reality, nobody does it. Maybe in reality, he's the one who Eve teases 3 ladies on
You
the
never
way
know.
home. You never know. And I've never come across a man who genuinely respects a woman. And nan company hire agi. 2-3 days early, a person is getting fired. And I am like, what happened? I just came in and he also had a same
And
role.
he was the person who hosted her surprise.
Yeah,
Like,
so
Okay.
like
same
that.
position ನಾನು hire ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ and he's fired. I'm like, what happened? I asked him what happened. So if he was a flaunter, he would have been like, oh, ಅವ್ನು ನಿನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟದಾಗ ಮಾತಾಡ್ದ, I don't like somebody talks bad about women. He could have flaunted to impress me, whatever. But he didn't do that. He said, doesn't bother you, doesn't concern you, bidu. After 2 months, I get to know from somebody else that he fired that person because he spoke something bad about me. So
Oh,
his
okay.
response to that was, one and only woman is trusted to come join the team of 15
15
men
boys,
and said,
yeah.
I want to do this in life. And if this is how you want to talk about her, it doesn't give her a safe space. And I don't want to have mentality like this. So he fired him. And to hear from somebody else, this is what he did, and he didn't tell me about it, I fell. Wahan mein
see?
pighal gayi.
It feels so nostalgic.
Yeah, that's how it started. And
All right.
I would have killed him if he wouldn't have said yes. And I'm sure there was no reason to say no
Of
also.
course. Never.
Right.
I took some time though, but it was one proper day, one proper connecting day. It was 4/20/2019.
19.
Oh my God! Look at this. He still remembers. Not all men remembers this.
I've seen thousands of men not remember dates. So I give it to him.
2019 where I told her, like, once after I crossed down, my first condition was, is she going to sync well with my mom and dad?
Okay.
Because I had a lot of fuck ups before that, like in terms of relationship, and one was clear, and then everything else was of course clear, and the last was, what would my team think about it?
Because to
A
be a
person,
couple-
somebody who's working. Yeah.
And it eventually got down to a point where even they cried to even see that
He's
that
saying
scene.
yes.
Yeah, Munima, you know what, I love you too.
Oh, cute.
When he said that, 2-3 of our team members are sitting there and crying. I'm like, oh.
See,
Did the right
you
thing.
surprising others, you make others cry, and now you got into this thing.
That is still in my eyes.
They'll never go out, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Rohit, question to you.
Yep.
35,000 of surprise is not a small thing, right? And I want to understand, how does the back end work start? Now a client comes to you. Okay, each one of them ಒಬ್ರೊಬ್ರದ್ದು ಒಂದೊಂಥರ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಬರ್ಡೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಒಬ್ರಿಗೆ somebody wants to just casual ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಆ್ಯನಿವರ್ಸರಿಗೆ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ they want to propose something. So mother and daughter love share ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So when they come to you, okay, how would you actually do that planning? Okay, how execution part ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮದು? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಒಂದು ಎಮೋಷನ್ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಈಸಿ ಅನ್ಲೆಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಂಟಿಲ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಎಮೋಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಹೋಗಿ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ಮಾಡೋರು ಕೂಡ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಎಮೋಷನ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಸೇಮ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ? ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಎಂಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಡೂ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಅ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್?
In simple words, if I can say, it is we focus on personalizing the surprise or an experience than customizing it.
Amazing, amazing.
Nowadays ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಒಂದು ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನರ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಡೆಕೋರೇಟರ್ ಏನೇ ಆಗಲಿ, ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಯೋರ್ ನೀಡ್ಸ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ, ಏನು ಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಕ್ಕ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕೊಟೇಶನ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ಒಂದು ಬಡ್ಜೆಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ಅದು
More than that, ಏನಾದರೂ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ, ಸೊ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ದ ವರ್ಕ್. ದೆನ್ ವೈ ಯು ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅಸ್? ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಟು Pinterest, ಫೈಂಡ್ ಅ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್, ಫೈಂಡ್ ಅ ಡೆಕೋರೇಷನ್, ಫೈಂಡ್ ಅ ಕೇಕ್, give you ideas and they will replicate.
What we have done is standardized few experiences. First of all, we've tried to like understand the basic need, the foundation of it. What is it? Like if you cannot meet each other, if you can meet each other, those are the two situations that you can have, like in basic. So otherly we have standardized experiences, like we have time travel experience, we have surprise decor experience, we have destination surprise experience for the luxury people. Like if you want we have, what I can say is we have standardized the experiences just like the mobile phones, just like a product. We have productized it. And like how they get to know and how the experience goes is like they get to know about us through various platforms. Like 25% of them ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ through their referrals or through the previous customers. That is 25% of our customers. And then the rest is Instagram, Facebook, Google and everything together. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ವೆನ್ಯೂಸಿಂದನೂ ಬರೋರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದರೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ವಿ push them all, like we direct them all towards our platform, because we are trying to build this as a platform. Like we're trying to be called India's world's first experience based gifting and celebrations platform, where
that's amazing,
where you can book real unforgettable surprise experiences just like you order food online. That is a concept that we are trying to build. So in that, like we get to know about, like they get to know about us through all these platforms. ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಗೆ ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಗೆ ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ they will get to know whether it is send a gift or celebrate together before they get into the actual experience page. We will give them little information before they get into the actual experience page. We take the information, like just basic information, just like you sign into any platform. Matte like there is one experience specialist assigned to you who will help you in the back end throughout the experience to help you plan the surprise, personalize the surprise. There's no planning is already done.
So we have standard experiences.
Yeah, like it's standardized, and I think, but there is a human intervention needed because this is something new. ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಅ ಡೆಕೇಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಟು ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ that this is the platform and itra personalize ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So there is an experience specialist in the back end who will help you personalize the surprise, and also in case if you have any doubts, refund that, this and everything. And after personalizing the surprise, you pay the amount. Like before is just the 500 for your interest, and then the rest of the amount is paid only once after you personalize the complete surprise. That personalizing itself is it's a really connecting process. Like when you personalize that surprise, you go through a lot of emotions. Like you choose those certain images or photographs that you want. Like adike anta on sections hakirthi. While going through that itself, you go through a emotional thing.
It's like
you write
a river of life.
Yeah, exactly. You write a love letter and everything, and it's all systemized. Then we verify it, and only once after it is verified from a human that yes, this goes well for the surprise, is when you pay the rest of the amount. And
the same form also asks you what language you want your surprise specialist to speak. ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷದ ನೀವಿಬ್ರು ಒಬ್ರಿಗೊಬ್ರು ಗೊತ್ತು. Maybe is there anything specific you want your surprise specialist to convey to them? So
how many people,
as a client,
how is everyone related?
Yes, as a client I'm only going to give all the details through a form which is going to take me hardly 15-20 minutes.
Okay.
But the executed surprise feels like, okay, each and everything is planned out for me. It will not feel like a standardized experience at all. Why? A surprise specialist comes into play there.
Okay.
Yeah, that is, I think that is the hero of the entire scene, but it comes in the last. But before that, there's a lot of
back-end work is
that
lot
happens,
required.
Right? That is that starts from the heart of the system. That is our CRM, our tech backbone, which has all the information of where the customer came in from and who is assigned to that person, what happens next and everything, and like where is the personalization information coming. And that is the same system that even the surprise specialist uses while before surprising the person. Like just one day before, he gets to know that this is the surprise and this is the complete thing of story of that person. And
every touch point
how
is
do you
noted
prepare
there.
your surprise specialist? Because ಈಗ ಒಬ್ರು ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಂಜರ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಗೋನ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ದೆಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದೇ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಸನಾಲಿಟಿ ಒಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ದೀಸ್ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿಸ್ಟ್?
Yeah, before training comes choosing the right surprise specialist. Like, and for choosing also we need the top of the funnel to be more. Like ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜನ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಜನನ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದು. ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕೇಮ್ ಅಪ್ ವಿತ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ hunting audition. not regular interviews but audition. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು like we give out freebies for influencers, like free experiences for influencers on the niche that we want surprise specialists
Got
from.
it.
And they deliver. I mean, once after we give them the experience, they ಅವರು ಇದನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು like this would be the main content of promotion.
ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆ ಸ್ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ
Exactly.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಏನ್
ನಾವ್ ಏನೇ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅದು ಬರಲ್ಲ.
ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
We cannot train, we do not train what to say.
ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ವಾಲಂಟಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದು
Yeah.
should understand.
It
Just
should be
have a
candid.
skeleton. We have a
Yeah.
skeleton of the experience. This is how the experience should go. The flow should go. And you should not miss this. And the do's and don'ts now.
ಏನೇನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ
And it
when I
should
am
be on
training.
your own style.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ,
I never train anybody as to ನೀನ್ ಏನ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. Then you're gonna become another me.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
You're gonna be you won't be yourself. So we will train them first. Surprise element agate, then you convey their emotions, then you make them read the letter, then gift,
The
then
curriculum.
so the skeleton of it. So what I say, how I say it, and what style do I say, how do I sign in, how
It's
do I
on you.
sign off. It's your style.
And that is, and it's your style. It cannot be any style, because we choose you because you have a style.
Yes.
Okay. So surprising is challenging or the back end work is challenging?
Surprising is fun.
Yes. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's challenging.
If you're the right person, surprising is really fun, because backend will be sorted, and the customer, customer and the people around, the guests are going to do whatever you tell them to do.
Okay.
But everything else is a different thing, right? If the surprise doesn't go well, there are situations where it doesn't go
A
well
lot
as
of
well.
times.
Very
But
true.
at those times, it's not the surprise specialist that gets affected, but everyone else.
Else gets.
Yeah.
Was there any situation, the surprise specialist went to your client's place, but was not able to deliver the way it was? What were your takeaways?
So our
and
challenge is
Like-
when we say we like you cannot meet each other. Okay, we go surprise anta, we have couple of experiences, surprise unboxing, creative access in everything. So illenagate a lot of times breakup ಆಗೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರತ್ತೆ, ಅವರಿಬ್ರು ಗುಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಬಾಯ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್, ನೀವು ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ನಾನೆಲ್ಲ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಸು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಆದರೆ ನಾನು ಕಳ್ಸಿರೋದಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು.
ಅಯ್ಯೋ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತದೆ?
ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಹೂ ಸೆಂಟ್ ಇಟ್.
ಹಾ.
ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯಾರು ಕಳ್ಸಿರೋದು ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಮೇ ಬಿ ನೀವು ಲೆಟರ್ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬೋದು,
Yeah.
or somebody is missing you a lot, they want you back in their life, so they've sent a surprise. It's happened a lot. And when we go there, the receiver gets to know that it's from my toxic ex-boyfriend and I
Ayyo.
don't like
It
him.
can also be some Muslim parents
Yes.
with the
Oh,
daughters.
okay.
Yeah. So the receiving point, when the minute she reads the letter or the minute she sees that I'm there or surprise specialist is there, she will know that
Yeah, they'll be able to
ಇವ್ರೇ
predict.
ಕಳ್ಸಿರೋದು ಅಂತ.
ಬೇಡ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ. So we've made it a rule to convey to client who says don't reveal name, but ನಾವು ನೇಮ್ ರಿವೀಲ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. If she says I don't want it, we're not going to force her.
Force that.
We will
Okay.
quietly bring it back. And if she says ನಂಗೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ನಾನು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. Because at the end of the day, it shouldn't be a
their
trauma to the
Privacy and
person who's
everything that
receiving a
matters.
surprise.
Very
It's
true.
happened a lot. And it has also happened in
And
a
that
way.
is the only kind of situations that has happened. Like ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ
Chance
ಅಂತ
ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಬಂದಿದ್ದು, there is
ಯಾವ್ದಿಲ್ಲ.
none of that.
Okay. ಬಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
Yeah.
ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ?
So there was also another big celebration, like, and she was a very repetitive client, and our birthday the entire friends group has said, that lady, you know what she likes because she's given you so many orders, you prepare a surprise that you know that she might like. So we were the decision makers of how the entire surprise
That's
is going
nice.
to go. And she's a very special sweet client of ours. She would have given us like 10-15 orders.
Amazing.
Sanchita.
Oh.
So her birthday, everything that could go wrong went wrong. So we are ready. She's
Last
outside.
thing.
She's getting out of her car. The surprise specialist has gone to blindfold her. Backdrop dhabba the decor mein with
ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ ಫೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಹಿಂಗ್ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋದು. If you are the backdrop and I'm like with the surprise
She's
specialist.
standing here. We are about to remove her blindfold. Backdrop fell on the decor.
Oh shit.
Cake damage, cupcake damage,
Oh my
decor broke, table fell, and she's here waiting to see.
And that was the premium experience that we have.
How do you manage that? I mean, how was
God,
that?
what did we
How
do
was
then?
But
I mean, it's not easy to handle that
Oh, God.
because they come with a lot of expectations.
And
Guests
she
are there
would have
already.
come with 100 times more
ಬರ್ಡೇ
expectations.
ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ.
ಹಾ, ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ.
Yeah.
ಹಾ.
So she came with that. The minute she saw our surprise specialist, she's like, "Oh, you planned it with them? Oh, nice. I'm excited." And she's standing. We're all panicking. We're like, "Oh my god!" Literally, we're shivering. The whole thing is gone.
Yeah,
And then we said, "Okay, not
But then
yet."
we managed, when she was managing the client and them, the
Back end
end
ಅಲ್ಲಿ process
figured
start
out
okay.
and ಅದು ಇನ್ನ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ ಫೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ರು ಅನ್ಕೋತೀನಿ ಅವರು.
The minute it fell, everybody realized that okay, it's fucked up. We need to do something. We need to do something.
Yeah, we
So
did
he sent somebody to go run get a cake. Somebody else to start fixing the deck, or somebody fixing the backdrop. And the surprise specialist is still talking to us. It's like we're like,
Maintain
you know,
ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ
we
ಇರಲ್ಲ.
know how excited you are, and we don't want to show it off that easily. I want to play with you a little bit.
Okay.
Let's go on. There's a treasure
I
hunt
think
for you.
taking actions like this
Yes.
at that situation, that is why you're not actually prepared.
Yeah,
Okay,
that is
you
the
need
main
to
thing for
act.
the surprise
Yeah,
specialist.
because if you're getting prepared, you don't know what to act when you're actually in the
Exactly.
situation.
And
Right? So
every
the planning
surprise
is not
unique.
there.
So, which is why there's no plan, which is why
Planning.
there's no script. Because any question I ask and their response is every time something else, something different.
Different.
So we
It's
can't have a
different
script.
people, right?
Yeah. But fortunately, we were able to pull it off. So we removed the cake. We knew cake will take time. So we removed the cake from there and we fixed the decor, fixed the backdrop. I fooled around with her a little bit. She's like, Chaitra, Saku, please, I want to see. And her friends are also like, what are we going to do now? And fortunately, it ended up as a very nice celebration and she loved it. She didn't even know things like this happened.
Yeah,
Later,
exactly.
once I'm
Probably later she
Yeah,
would have got to know,
later
and
she
she
got
came
to
back again and again though.
Okay. Yeah, because I've heard that you have a lot of recurring customers, at least around 20 to 30 people who just says, okay, any event they know it is the the surprise store is always there. So I know how did that rename of a birthday engineer to a surprise store came in, because you were not just focused only on the birthdays. I think there was a wrong
Yeah.
perception going into the audience saying that they are known only for birthdays, but you're not only for birthdays, but into any surprises that. That's why I think did you take a
Exactly.
chance
So, like
renaming
he
it?
already mentioned, he named it Birthday Engineers because he dropped out of Bachelor of Engineering.
Engineering.
So Bachelor of
okay.
Engineering, Birthday Engineer. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ at least engineer ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಟೈಟಲ್
ಬರ್ಲಿ
ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ.
ಅಂತ.
ಹೊಸ meaning ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ.
ಕೊಡೋಣ.
And eventually we realized a lot of people, any new call we get, first question is birthday
That is
ಮಾತ್ರ
during the
ಮಾಡೋದಾ?
COVID shutdown. The first lockdown is the time when we realized.
That it's giving a wrong perception.
Yeah, it is just confined to birthdays and people are just asking ಇವಾಗ anniversaries ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ವಾ, ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ anniversary is also birthday of relationship and ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಇದಾಗ್ಸಿದ್ವಿ. But it was again confined to birthdays only, whoever asked.
yeah.
And then
So do you also
It was-
sit with together with the team? ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು event ಆಯಿತು, ಇವತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಮುಗೀತು. So do you also take away ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಆ event ಇಂದ ಟೇಕ್ ಅವೇಸ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, like what are the misses that we have done, or
yeah, the
what is the
system
best
has
thing?
everything.
Exactly.
The CRM that we have, like once after every surprise is over, like ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಬೈ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಅ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಪುಷ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್, ಒನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡೆಲಿವರ್ಡ್, the surprise specialist will have to first give the feedback for the customer, and then if the surprise is like more than 4-star, if it is only 4-star and 5-star from the surprise specialist, ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಗೆ
Feedback.
ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್
Okay.
ಆಸ್ ಇನ್ ಗೂಗಲ್ ರಿವ್ಯೂ ಹಾಕೋದಕ್ಕಿರೋ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಥರ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. and then in that place itself the surprise specialist will have to give a feedback of how did it go. Like it should not just be a
All good things.
repetitive or
Got it.
it went all good kind of feedback. It should be clear so that
Clearly-
we have the data for the future.
Clearly
So I
describe
think these
feedback,
learnings and these takeaways actually has built this brand today.
I think so, yeah.
Right, because I always feel it is always too good to accept the failures and from those learn those how
Yeah,
you can
and we tell
actually
that to
learn
the
a lot.
customers as well, like when we like really fuck it up and there has been a lot of mistakes, and when the customer is like, why did you do all this, and so when we are learning, and this is the first time that something like this has happened, and we'll definitely make sure that it will not happen again, and we have fought really very hard to make sure that those kind of things
doesn't
does not
happen
happen.
again.
I think that's why those learnings is something that you are actually rebuilding your
Yes.
business in a very strong way, because it deals with emotions. Your business
Rightly
purely is
said.
into
It's
emotions.
emotion
Rightly
in
said.
design, like properly.
Exactly.
Why it becomes more challenging to us is it's not like I run a company that manufactures washing machine. I deliver a wrong product. I have a chance to go replace it tomorrow. But
Very
with
Just
us,
one moment.
with us, it's one shot.
Very rightly said.
If
Very rightly
we
said.
are the reason to ruin that moment, their relationship is affected.
So much.
The girlfriend will feel like, you're my boyfriend, it's my first birthday with you, and how did you plan something so
Exactly.
stupid, right? And
There are many cases like that with big companies like you might know FNP, IGP, .com, and few other OI Happy and few other companies. ನಾನು ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಲಿಂಕ್ಡ್ಇನ್ ಪೇಜ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ವೇರ್ ದ the gifts that they ordered was for one date. Our bandi delivery, even though if it was
Okay.
just a courier delivery, it was delivered 3, 4, 5 weeks after that.
After that,
That
okay.
is like a complete disaster. There's no point of ಅದು
Correct,
ಇರೋದೇ, ಅದು
correct.
ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದಿಲ್ಲ. But that might also be rarest of their cases, but it should not happen because
Correct.
it is gifting at the end of the day.
It gets
But
very
I think
challenging
yours
there.
is a different concept. Your person is going to be delivering.
Yeah, exactly. But
So
the
that
market,
brings in the emotion.
but the customer is the same.
Got it. Got it.
It's the same
Customer is, it's
bio.
the same market that you're trying to hit. The gifting and celebrations market.
Market. Okay.
Right? And ಅವರು ಓ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಹೋಗೋರು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ IGP-FNP ಹೋಗೋರು, ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಮೂವಿ ಥಿಯೇಟರ್ಗೆ ಡೆಕೋರೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗೋರು ಕೂಡ, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ the different element in the surprise store is the surprise specialist. Your friend who is going to help you express your love to your loved one, be it your mom or your dog even.
Okay.
Yeah, that is what.
See, it's not easy to get into this.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your challenge and tough time that you had and you feel proud about yourself being a CEO of this company today?
Deep. Yeah, it kind of it happens. Like it often happens. Often ಅಂದ್ರೆ at least ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಆದ್ರೂ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. That the toughest thing for me is to get all these great minds, I believe great minds, to bring under one roof and get them to work on the goal or the dream that I set.
Okay.
That is one of the hardest things that I go through every day, every year. But in the end, when I see the feedbacks of the customers or the reviews of the people, or thing like, you know, situations like this will make me think what you just told.
So nice to hear that. Very nice to hear. One amazing feedback that you can never forget in your life. That's been like a milestone. I think this was one of the I can't you won't have imagined that this is the feedback that I get.
One instincts like we were just talking in the break, you said you always like the limelight. I am also a person who loves to have a spotlight above my head and everybody's watching me. I'm talking, I'm in my element. So we were in a pub in JP Nagar. I'm dancing my heart out. I don't care. There's world around me, and there's one girl looking at me from a really long time. I'm like, do I know her? Is she somebody who knows my parents? Is he gonna go tell that I saw her in a pub dancing? All these things are going in my mind. So she finally makes up her mind, come talk to me, and what she says, you remember you had come and surprised my mom 2 years ago,
Oh,
and she still talks about it. You have no idea what you've done to our relationship. Even now, ಅಮ್ಮ ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಕ್ಕಾದ್ರೂ ಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗಲೂ ನಾನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ತರಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ದಟ್ ನಿಂಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನಾನು ನಿಂಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ನಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬೈತಿಯಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಆ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ಗೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಆನ್ our relationship. You have no idea what you've done. I started crying. I'm like, this is what I was made for.
Now you are also new parents. Okay. Starting into the parenting role. So ತುಂಬ ಅಳು ಬರೋದು ಯಾವಾಗ? ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಈ ಥರ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗಲ ಅಥವಾ ಮಗುನ್ನ ಅತ್ತಾಗ ನೋಡಿದಾಗಲ?
ನನಗೆ ಇವಳು ಅತ್ತಾಗ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ.
How cute. Then actually next question I wanted to ask you, if you have to talk about Chaitra. See, you've seen Chaitra as your team member. She stood by you in setting up the company. She's also started working with you. And now she's your wife, now a mother of your child. Okay, if you have to talk something about Chaitra, what would that be? She's curious now watching you.
I can proudly tell that she is now my backbone, who's pushing me, who's like, you know, who's been the soul of the company, my family now, in fact eventually myself, and now my kid. And yeah, she gives life to everything that is black and white.
One surprise you want to give her now?
Sure, in 2 days she's having a birthday. I'm thinking, I'm planning.
Very
I'm
difficult
so
to surprise me.
confused to do something, but I have something in my diary.
Good. So that's a surprise coming to you. Now I want to ask you, what's that one thing that you really love about Rohit?
ನಿಜ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ
See, he'll record it now. ಅವಾಗ ನೀನು ಮನೇಲಿ ಹೋದಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ರೀಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ.
I think he's that one missing puzzle that I was missing for a really long time. Like puts me in my place. He's taught me what life is. He's taught me what it feels like to receive compassion from a really pure form. And he's also taught me that ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ. So
One surprise you want to give Rohit.
funding ante. One surprise. We're very big on surprises. Even if it is small little occasions, we make sure
Something
is there.
Yeah.
As a couple, have you received surprises?
Yeah. One of our like biggest or best product called Crate of Ecstasy came into existence because I surprised her during COVID. There was a time when ella lockdown agittu ಏನು ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, and I planned a surprise for our second or third anniversary where using few ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಖಾಲಿ ಇದ್ರಿ, ನಾನು ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಬಿ ದ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಬರ್ತ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ನಡ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಇವಳಿಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಇದ್ರೇನು ಬರೋಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಫೀಸ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇನ್ವೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಅದು ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಕ್ರೇಟ್ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ನ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ that is the first and last time until now that I surprised her that peak. Like, you know, I saw that real tears of joy, and that, you know, I wanted everyone to have that, and that is how that Crate of Ecstasy of safely delivering the surprise to everyone else came into thing, and it is still running. Like, it's a blockbuster surprise.
It's like a hero
promote ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಏನು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is selling by itself.
Oh, super nice, very nice.
And with our surprises, even if there's any client who says, you know, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಲೆಟರ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ, ನಾನು ಲೆಟರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ. ವಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಹಿಮ್, ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಮೀ, ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಲೆಟರ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ಹಿ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಂಗೆ ಲೆಟರ್ ಬೇಡವೇ ಬೇಡ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸರ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋರ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್.
So you have your own set of SOPs that you have to follow.
With letter we are very strict because you have not yet written the letter to her, you don't know how she feels like. We've seen 35,000 people express to how it is to receive a letter. We know what works.
Correct.
Many,
and I think
more
you
than
customize those letters also, very beautifully written in a very nice you know, piece of paper, very, and you know, those calligraphies, and you know, you open ribbon those tied with the ribbon tied. Oh god, that feel itself is very very very
trying
very
to
true.
polish that with even more aesthetics, but yeah, times are hard.
Every time a surprise specialist is standing and hosting, when we are giving the letter, the thought in our mind is he's going to cry, she's going to cry, and they have cried.
See,
and we don't even take that booking. He feels like bedway bed andre, maybe next time for somebody else to plan with us.
So you have voluntarily also said that, you know, to no to clients.
Yes,
okay.
If you're not up for
And
letter,
only
if it's
for
just
the letter,
transactional,
we don't do it. We are here to help you express emotions. You want to do it for the sake of doing, then you're not the right.
Then we're not for the
it applies the same with our relationship also. Anytime there's a surprise, there is a letter.
Okay.
We've written like hundreds of letters to each other.
Wow, really? That's really good. Very
He's
nice.
written the Crate of Ecstasy surprise he had
That
planned
was the
for
first
me.
letter
Had like 4-5 pages front and back letter inside.
You know, like, you know, working together as a team in one, you know, office, you know, sharing business, talking business, sharing work and all those. Now she's a wife.
Mom.
Okay, and husband right now. So, and you still work together. So how does that, you know, how do you balance your you know, professional life and your personal life? Because ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಲಿ ಜಗಳ ಆಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಕಿತ್ತಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದೇ ಇಮೋಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಫೀಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಹೌ ವುಡ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ವರ್ಕ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್. ಆ ಕ್ಲಾಶಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಲವ್ ಓವರು ಹೇಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
It took a lot of fights like that affected personal life and professional life for us to learn that it's time to stop doing this. It's affecting us.
Stop being kids.
Yes.
And it is not a job that we have. It is something more than that. And we have bought love also in between.
Yeah.
Let us not fuck it up. It's not a job. More than that, it is not a career. It is a calling. It is a purpose that only both of us together can fulfill.
Do, yeah. And also us bringing our personal issues to work is only going to create an impression to everybody else.
It
also
has.
It's okay. It's okay for me to not take work seriously. It's okay for me to take it for granted when I'm not in a peaceful mindset. That is not the impression that we wanted to set at all. And it's his rule. If I'm angry, I cannot speak. I shut down, I mute, I zone away. Like, you don't exist to me at that point of time. I cannot say what I'm feeling. But for him, let's talk. let's sort things out. There's nothing that communication cannot
Solve.
I'm
Very
like, I don't want to talk now. But he makes sure that we talk and sort everything before we go to bed, at least before we start our day
Start of
tomorrow
day tomorrow
morning.
morning. Huh.
Let's not start a new day with the same fight, is what he says. He's like, we're bigger than our fights. I'm like, no, shut up, it's your mistake. He's like, okay, my mistake, sorry. And he does not hesitate from saying sorry at all. He will know that he's not wrong. I will know that he's not wrong, but still this ego is there inside me that I'm not gonna agree
Not
that I'm
to
wrong.
everyone though.
Yeah, not to everyone. And in my mind, I know that I've taken it beyond what I should have, and it's dragged a lot. Still, I don't want to give up, because why should I give up? I'm not
But
gonna
she
give
will
up.
give
Let
up
him
at one point. I'll wait for that.
So, what I really love about him is he does not hesitate from saying sorry to fix that situation.
Just to her.
See, that's so beautiful, Lysing. Okay, so you both enjoy more, as working together as a couple or as a team members.
Work and love got blended.
Yes.
So there is no difference.
This is what I was,
There's
waiting
no
to
line
see
now.
you.
Yeah.
Even if we are in home, most things we are
talk
talking about is work.
Work.
Okay, are we going to do this podcast, or are we going to work on this influencer collab? How about this customer? This employee is coming, or a customer dena to next to surprise birthday the other day. That will be most of the career profession. 70% of the talks are going to be that, and 30% rest of it.
ಸಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಂದರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನ್ ಐಡಲಿ ಈಗ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ದಂಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಈ ಜನ್ರೇಷನ್ ಈ ಥರದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಅಂಡ್ ವೆರಿ ಯೂನಿಕ್. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಆ ಡೇರಿಂಗ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಯಾರು ಅಗ್ಗತ್ಸೋಕೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಐ ಆಮ್ 100% ಶ್ಯೂರ್ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಲಲ್ಲಾಗಲಿ ಯುವರ್ ನೋನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಸರ್ ನೀನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ, ನಿಂಗೇನಾರು ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ಯಾ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾಲೇಜ್. There would be lot of discourage coming in, lot of trolls saying that ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನಾಗಿದೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ what are they actually trying to do ಅನ್ನೋದು ತುಂಬ I'm sure you must be getting lot of disencouragements coming in from you. How did you overcome those discouragement talks and then say, I don't care for your words, I know what are my goals, I'm moving forward?
For me, it is the tears of the customers and the celebrant that I see once after they have the experience that this shit is working. Now na jana gottilla ashte, world gottilla ashte. I know that this is working, and I know that this world would be less interesting without the supply store. The world needs this, and we are going to fight or do whatever it takes to make sure that it exists and is going to stay forever, even after all of our lifetimes. And there were many situations where people trolled. Even during my college days, my lecturers were like, ಏನು ಇವತ್ತು ಯಾರ್ದು ಕೇಕ್ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮುಂದೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸೈಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾರೆಂಟ್ಸಿಂದ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಏನು ಶಾಮಿಯಾನ ಕಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ಯಾ ಇವತ್ತು, ಅದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ಯಾ ಇವತ್ತು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಟ್ ಯಾ, ಇಟ್ ಇವೆನ್ಚುಲಿ ಟರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಟು ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಗುಡ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಗ್ರೇಟ್, ಐ ಹೋಪ್. ಇನ್ಶಾಅಲ್ಲಾ.
Good. I've heard you being always a tomboy. Alva, yavaglu, I mean, I think till today she's a tomboy, if I have to tell you. You carry that, vibe
Aura.
and all those. Aura she always carries, okay? How was your childhood? Because he is always told about his college life, his struggles, and why the thought of, surprise stores came in. It actually nurtured from his college life. How were you as a child?
Tomboy. I was brought up in a small town near Davangere, and because
Sorry?
Harapnalli.
So both my parents were working, and my mom was not expecting to have another baby just yet. She had on a career break for like 3 years to raise my brother, and just when she had gotten back to work, she had me, and she could not afford to stay at home for another 3 years to raise me. And when she went to her mother's sister's place, ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಊರಿಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಸೆಡ್, ಹೆಂಗೆ ನೀನು ಕೆಲಸ ಬಿಡ್ತೀಯಾ, ಮಗು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡು, ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊತೀನಿ. ಮೈ ಮಾಮ್ ವಾಸ್ ಲೈಕ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಗಾಡ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಿ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಮಿ ದೇರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಿ ವೆಂಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಹರ್ ಈವನ್ ಟುಡೇ. ಐ ಸೇ ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಡಿಡ್ ಟು ಮೀ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಇನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಟೌನ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಮೈ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಪಾ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಅ ಬೇಕ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಬೇಕ್ರಿ ಹುಡುಗಿ ನಾನು ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋದ್ರು ದೇ ನೋ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೀ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಮಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಇಫ್ ಐ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಫೈಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಸಂಬಡಿ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಮಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಸೊ I was safe. I fought with people. I drove my cycle, like I've crashed their bike because they yelled at me.
Oh my God.
I've bunked my class. This is first standard, second standard. I've bunked my tuition. School ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಟೀಚರ್ ಜೊತೆನೆ ಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ we would take a deviation, go to some sunflower field to eat sunflower seeds.
Oh,
I tuition ಮುಗಿಯೋ ಟೈಮ್ಗೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್.
See, look at her.
So I was this as a kid, and that gave me confidence to be who I am now, and that gave me a mindset to say that I am not going to live by society's norms at all. I will not be the ideal daughter society would expect my parents to be, and they made their peace with it. Once I came back to
ಏನು
Bangalore,
ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ.
ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಹಿಂಗೆ
But
ಬೆಳೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು? ಸಿ ಇವಾಗ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಟೌನ್, ಓಕೆ, ಆ ನಾಟಿನೆಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಆ ತರಲೆ ಮಾಡೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಆ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಊರಿನಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನೀನು ಮೆಟ್ರೋ ಸಿಟಿಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಹೌ ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಇವನ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ದಿ ಆ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟು, ಅದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಆಯಿತು? ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅ ಟಾಮ್ ಬಾಯ್?
I think
I
so.
think-
ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ಹುಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ.
ಇವಾಗ ಇದನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾ? ಬಟ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೀ ವಾಸ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ನೆವರ್ ಕನ್ಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಟು 4 walls when I was back there with my grandparents. And when I came here, school ಮುಗಿಸಿ ವಾಪಸ್ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಮೇನ್ ರೋಡ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್, ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ನೋನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಊರ್ಲಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಕಡೆ ಕಳ್ದೋದ್ರೇನು ಪೀಪಲ್ ವುಡ್ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಮೀ, ಬೇಕರಿ ಹುಡುಗಿ, ರಾಚಪ್ಪನ್ ಮೊಮ್ಮಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಎವ್ರಿ ಫೇಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ನ್ಯೂ ಫೇಸ್ and neighbors don't know each other. School ಬಿಕ್ಸಿ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ if my brother is going to play somewhere, he would lock me in the house, ಚಿಲ್ಕ ಹಾಕಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, I'm inside the room and I would go crazy. I would bang doors, I would fight with my mom, I would throw plates and be like, ನಾನು ವಾಪಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ, ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಡ, ನಾನು ಊರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. Took a lot of time to settle down, but I'm happy that I didn't leave my roots and I still continue to be a tomboy.
That's very, very nice. I think you've almost crossed that, ಒಂದು ಲೆಗಸಿ ಸೆಟ್
Threshold.
ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಆಗ್ಲೇ, ಬೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಯರ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ವಿಷನ್ಸ್? ವಾಟ್ ಮೋರ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಯು?
To surprise the world,
ವಾವ್.
not just Bangalore, and yeah, to be able to give a different job opportunity or an employment opportunity through this role called the surprise specialist, which is not a full-time job but a freelance job role. Like you choose when to surprise, and yeah, you got surprise a person a day, keeps you happy.
Yeah, it's like apple a day. We want to create a network of surprise specialists. This is something that we really wanted to talk about today. It can be college going students whose personality, whose character is like me, who likes to be in the camera. Now every other teenager is a content creator. Every other college going
Very
kid
true.
is very
Exactly.
very efficient with camera, videos, talking to people.
Very true, very
right?
true.
So if you want to make money, have a side hustle while you're still studying, or if you want to say my job is very boring but I don't want to quit it because it's paying me well, at the same time I want to do something that makes me happy, gives me that satisfaction ki yes, I'm not only in front of computer the whole time, I'm also putting smile on people's face. You can get into this network. We will train you as long as you're an extroverted person who loves to talk and meet new people, travel. So you will choose when you want a surprise. So you will sign in. You say, today I have some free time. If there's any surprise, let me know. So if there's any surprise, it will be assigned to that person. You'll go to that
Okay,
surprise.
something like a freelance.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
you
It's
get
just like a
paid,
network.
you get
It's
paid.
just like an Uber driver or a Zomato guy, but
logs
is a creative, young, bold youth
Yeah.
who gets to choose whether he wants to surprise or like take the job and do it or no.
I love the vision.
Yeah.
ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಲೈಕ್ ದ ವೇ ನೀವಿಬ್ಬರು ಹೆಂಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ನ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗಾಗಿ ಬಿಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರ, ಲೈಕ್ ನೀವು ದೋ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್, ಯು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಅ ಥಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓನ್, ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓನ್ ಕಂಪನಿ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಥಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಔಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ದಟ್ ಕರೇಜ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಓಕೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಮೈ ಓನ್ purpose there and my profession there. You're actually seeding the same thing now to this generation.
Absolutely.
You say, dude, it is okay, you continue, you're working, but I give you work.
Yeah.
Earn your own penny, build your own
happy about
career.
it.
Yeah.
I think I love this idea. I really love this idea, and I'm sure after listening to this, most of our audience will definitely reach out to you.
Lovely.
Many
Means
of
a
them
lot.
who are there, who are like it's like pocket money. They're earning. They understand the
Limelight.
responsibility. Yeah, your limelight. Okay. So one tip that you would want to give, like you're a budding entrepreneur right now, and a very young age you started as an entrepreneur, and then you join hands as a couple. You run the show here. Okay. One tip that you have to give to this generation who are starting off their journey, or somebody who wants to become an entrepreneur. Okay, one small tip that you want to actually give to them.
Just don't give up.
Wow.
You will make it. end of the, I mean, end of your life at least.
What I would say, do follow your heart. Deep down, you'll know if this is something that I want to do, or am I doing this because my father is scared of what Sharma ji will say. If that is the case, then it's your dad. Ultimately, if not today, he might take 10 days, but he'll agree. But it's good you fight with your dad, your mom to convince them to do what you want than have a life full of regret. Ki, I wish I had done this back then. I wish I had lived life differently. Don't live with wish. Live with memories.
It sings,
So
it
right.
sings to the same point. Don't
Yeah,
give up. Follow
yeah,
your heart.
Yeah. Live
Very
with
right.
memories.
One song that inspires you more for both of you to power back your journey. Because you once keep surprising with lot of songs and things. So
Recently-
one song that you
Recently,
both
I
powered.
heard one Tamil album song, okay, which really caught my this thing attention. It's called Na Enna Muttala.
Hmm.
It's all about my soul is not for sale.
Okay.
Achalla Kutti's soul is not for sale. Never ever not for sale. And
Can you sing a line for us?
yeah, no, I don't.
Okay.
do that,
But
but-
I think I like the meaning what you said.
Yeah.
It's so well understood.
Yeah, that the lyrics I really got connected to, and recently that is a song that
He's buzzing a lot.
I keep listening on repeat more.
That's very, very nice, no? Very, very sweet. Now, both of you, budding motherhood, fatherhood, your journey, okay? What is that you want to bring in? What is that you want to actually nurture with you to the kid as parents? Because both of you are young entrepreneurs. You're setting a lot of example to, to a lot of people, youngsters there, okay? And now, what is that you want to nurture to your kid?
I want him to be independent.
Mhm.
I don't want him to be dependent even on me from young age. And I don't want to tell him what to do, what not to do. But I want to give him, I want to bring him up in a way that he chooses for himself and he most of the time chooses right. And I also want him to know that it's okay to fail. He chooses something, he decides that he wants to do this. And if it doesn't work out, I don't want him to back out from trying something else, fearing that he might fail.
Exactly. Don't give
Got
up.
it.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. Yeah.
Values. I can say values.
I think that
then-
comes in from you because you have actually had your graph like this.
Yeah, big
You
time.
have started off, okay, fine, let's try something with that guts. I will do it. Right? I mean, it's not easy to take
Absolutely.
that decision. Okay, because when you already don't have a support from your family as well, your friends are not being very encouraging to the thought that you had, right? You took that courage saying, let me do it. Let's see, it's okay even if you fail, okay? And I'm sure you're going to nurture the same thing to your kid as well,
absolutely.
right? And from there, again, you grew up well, again, you had a fall, and then you rebuilt it again, okay? Recreated everything, okay? So that's a success, right? I'm sure the same thing would actually pass on that legacy to your
Definitely.
kid as well, okay? And we're almost at the end of the conversations. Before that, I just want to ask you, what made you to when I approached you, if you could be a part of Midway Masters, okay? What made you agree to this concept?
The name and the concept itself. Midway Masters, right? You're not choosing some big guy, or you're not
Correct.
choosing anyone out there, not just a model or someone out there, and trying to get them to talk to you. It's like someone who is dreaming big but is not yet out there.
Yeah,
that
not yet.
that like really related so much to us, to me though personally, and I definitely wanted to not lose this opportunity.
That's so nice. And I give you a small homework to do on, which is a river of life.
Yes.
Okay. So, what was your experience writing River of Life?
It was like watching our own movie.
Yeah.
I think we took a lot of time to give her this. We are talking today. I think yesterday night is when I gave her the final
Exactly.
final draft. It took so much time because there was so much to reflect upon and to sit and think about everything that we
ನಾವು
went
ಬಗ್ಗೆ
through.
ನಾವೇ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬರೆಯೋದು.
But once we started to pen things down is when we realized that we've come a very long way.
Right.
Very,
Had you done
very,
this
very-
analysis anytime before?
No. She's
Gives you an
probably done for me
opportunity.
once
Yeah.
when she gifted me a magazine for which she had to give all the details in the story of myself, but not hers. But
So I gifted him a magazine called The Professional Rebel,
Mm-hmm.
which was his life story.
Wow.
So that was only when
Which was
I
the
sat
best
and thought.
gift of my entire life.
How sweet. How sweet.
So no, we hadn't sat and reflected upon where we are right now, what we've been through, every struggle, every achievement. So you made us sit and think about it. You made us reflect upon life, and it kind of gives a boost that ಅಷ್ಟೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೀವಂತೆ ಇನ್ನೇನ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಮಹಾ
Exactly.
ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನೇ
ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಇನ್ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ?
ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಏನ್ ಕಷ್ಟ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ?
ಕೊಡಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ವೆರಿ ಟ್ರೂ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕಷ್ಟನ ಬರೀ ಸುಖನೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಲೈಫ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರಲ್ಲ.
Yes, it
ಯು
will
ಶುಡ್
not
ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ
be a-
ಫ್ಲೇವರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ
Yes.
ಅನ್ಸಲ್ವಾ?
100%.
ಲವ್.
If it's just like this, it won't be a blockbuster movie.
Just like the way you create your surprises with mixed of emotions, you create the magic out there. You make
There's
them laugh, you
smiles,
make
tears
them
of
laugh,
joy,
you
cry.
make them cry, you make them put all the emotions at that spot there.
Wow.
Adara.
You made me personally realize every day of my life as a surprise specialist, as his partner.
It's worth living.
Yes, I don't regret a single day. We fought like crazy. We fought more than normal average couple does. We
Even
fought
yesterday
100.
night we kind of fought.
Yeah, but I don't regret a single thing.
Huh.
So life journey has been amazing. It's gonna be like this. You're gonna get a lot of fights from me, but
How
we'll make a lot of
cute, how
memories.
cute. I can't say it was like a wow conversation for me because it's a couple and you both are not just only a couple, you're also business partners together. Okay, you built in from the scratch, and somebody who is just young, not even finished his engineering at the 7th semester, took that courage to say, okay, I'm doing it. I knew from a college dropout, started working with him as a team member, and now being a business partners to him. A wonderful conversation. This very neatly says as an example that you actually don't need a perfect plan.
Yes.
It is okay, go by the flow. I think you both set very nice examples saying that it is not just about building a company. It is about building your life, rebuilding, recreations, discovering of yourself. Okay, and all the around changes the emotions that you bring in together.
Absolutely.
Right, because businesses are known for selling products. Ideally, right, you give me service, I'm giving you, but here you're actually playing with the emotions of a human. It's more of a personal touch that you've given. Okay, I mean, it's a really excellent conversation that I've had with
Likewise.
you, and I must say, I wish you all the very best. Keep surprising a lot of people. I want to share one of my example.
Means
In
really
fact,
lot.
4 years back when you surprised my daughter.
Yes, I was gonna ask, now that you've interviewed us.
Yeah,
and
that was
you've
our
also-
last question to you.
We wanted to ask you this. Now that you've interviewed us, got to know about our life story, about our company, and she's also somebody who's surprised her daughter. She's taken our experience. So, being on both sides.
So if I have to tell you the surprise when I came for my daughter, she was, I think, stepped into her degree college at that part of time. So I wanted to really surprise her. She didn't expect this. Okay, that too, all her friends were there, and especially during the college days that she had, on those photographs that I had given, she was in tears when she started. She was surprised to see her old childhood photo. From where did you find this? You remember that? Okay, and then especially when you made her read the letter that I showed, I think that literally carried her away a lot in that. And I think the second surprise that we did was one with my friend.
Yes.
Right, and I love the rapid questions.
That was all her, the surprise specialist?
yes,
Both the
yes,
times.
it was her.
You probably demanded her as a surprise specialist every time.
No, she did. She was amazing. Okay, in
No
fact,
doubt.
there was lot of changes in the schedules and all that. She was very cooperative in that ways, and I loved the fire questions rapid questions that she asked, and I think that actually helped us to understand both of us
Exactly.
more.
That's the
We
intention.
never knew that we would actually answer to the same things.
Wow.
I think
The
one or two
synergy.
questions is something that we told differently, but I think almost all the questions, around 10 or 12 questions, we answered it very rightly. So I think you both set a very nice example there. Okay, I will say to all my listeners out there, okay, it's there, as you very rightly said, never look back. It is okay, you fail, just move forward. And you definitely don't need a perfect plan to move forward. Go with the flow.
You need a
And
drive.
another, yes, just need one life,
The
very
hunger.
right. And if you don't find your purpose will definitely find you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sure the audience who were listening to our show will enjoy the conversation, and I'm sure there will be a lot of takeaways for them. And I wish them that they also move forward, take a step forward to see what they can do. It is okay
Hopefully.
when to fail.
Yes.
Okay, and thank you so much for being in the show. I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation, and it was like a warm moment for me.
Likewise.
Okay, yeah, I will say it was more surprising for me also, because when I approached you, honestly speaking, because you were still in a rebuilding your career right now and things, honestly speaking, I doubted myself, and then I said, would they really be interested? I would love to host you. But when you just said yes, we are in, I was like, thank God. Okay, because your story definitely inspires a lot of other people who are
Hope it
sitting
does.
in a comfort zone, sitting inside. No, I don't think I can make it. They can make it now.
Means
Absolutely.
a lot. Really
Okay,
made our
so
day.
I wish both of you that you create more magics with the emotion surprises, and welcome back again, and hit the floor more.
Sure.
Okay, we are looking forward to see more and more surprises.
Thank you so much. And before we end this,
Oh, she has something.
So yeah, I just want to say one thing to everybody who's watching. If there's anybody you love so much and you're very busy to plan something meaningful, we are here for you. We plan experiences that just touches their heart. It feels like you've made everything from scratch for them, and it's gonna help you build that relationship with them. So ತುಂಬಾ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ತುಂಬಾ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. ಒಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹಾಕಿ, ಒಂದು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ, we will take care of it. Reach out to us on our website as well. And Rohit, I love you a lot. Let's keep doing this. And like I always say at the end of all of my surprises, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿಗೋಣ, ಏನೋ ಒಂದು celebration ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಮಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ, until we come back with another conversation. Chaitra Raj, Rohit Raj, Shalini, signing off.
Nice one. Nice one.
Right, that was amazing. Thank you so much.